John Jr. Mazzola, and I arrived here in Los Angeles in 1987 as involuntarily missing. That's an element of being dissed by my family, and I became homeless after my mom divorced my dad when I was 16, and she sold the house for her own personal gains, so that made me homeless. And with this homeless thing here in LA, you know, the cops are just doing their job. I've had a ticket before for sleeping. They woke me up, said, you can't sleep here. They wrote me a ticket. There's a lot of homeless people that are just too lazy to get out there and find a job. Me, it's not that I'm lazy, I don't know where to go to get a job. Construction people don't hire anyone off the street. So there's, you know, the lack of education, and a lot of times it's not what you know, it's who you know. Being homeless, you're always dirty, you always need a shower, you're always tired, and it just doesn't make the person look good. If I don't go out there and collect GR, I'm not trying to get SSI, I'm not trying to get a crazy check or any of them things, because I'm just not one of them ones to burden this government. And I think if the government stepped in and really looked at the problem, you know, they could do something other than jailing people for vagrancy and sleeping on the sidewalks and stuff. Some guys, when winter comes around, they'll go and commit a crime just to get off the streets during the winter. And they say, well, that's a vacation. These people are nuts. Going to jail is not a vacation. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, I've been in LA County Jail a couple of times, and you know, you get thrown in county jail with, you know, the carjackers and all them other real criminals. And everybody says it's paradise here. It's not. Once society sees that you're down and dirty and need a shower, and oh, you're homeless and you stink and why don't you shave and all that, they're just less likely to help you and kick you when you're down. But there's a lot of people out here that are homeless, and they don't care. They don't try to make money. Right now, I'm gonna go as long as I can without having to pay bills, without having to pay rent, without having to worry about what bill is gonna come into the mail, because, you know, society's all wrapped up in the dollar bill. Money and pieces of property, I've learned, to the rich people out here are more valuable than life, and they place the dollar bill ahead of someone's life. It's, you know, it's a terrible thing that society's turned to this.
And I represent Servant's Heart together with my nephew Nick. We've been doing this for about 4 years now, and it's a personal ministry that we do for Jesus Christ. But we have been doing this, as I said, for about 4 years, and God has put it in our heart to, no matter what the circumstances, is to just go out and do it. We call this applied Christianity. We've never been satisfied just being in a pew and singing and praying. There's more to Christianity than just that. And we try to do that out here in the streets. These are our brothers, these are our sisters. We're obligated. God commands us to do this. So we find it real satisfying. We've always enjoyed doing this, and we consider ourselves very fortunate that we can do something like that. We're not really well-to-do or anything like that, but just the fact that in spite of what our finances are, and in spite of where we are socially, or however you want to look at it, we're still able to do something that means something to a lot of people that need help. And I've always considered this just a real blessing to be able to do this. The needs are urgent, and we can't do it all. We realize we can't do it all ourselves. But we'll do it the same way that an ant eats an elephant, and that's one bite at a time.